Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, we're talking about our friends down under. Nope, we're not talking about this jealous cow in the background. Not Catherine, she's lovely. We're talking about our friends down under because Australia has a really fun article coming out that I want to talk about with you guys. But before I do, here with me, the sexiest voice gander in my life. I didn't know where to go with that. The sexiest voice gander is here with me, and hopefully he will not commit a hate crime with the Australian accent. Here we go.
Hello, fellow honkers. Honk Honk. This is Jay, also known as Dr. Bad Vibes. You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, playing video games. And right now we have an article that comes from the land down under where beer does flow and men chunder.
There you go. And the accent?
Oh, that's an article. That's a wife.
There you go.
Good day, mates. I'm here to commit atrocities to your country's accent.
You kind of switched into Sean Connery there at the end, but I appreciate that's a wife. That's good. All right, let's get into this article. This is out of Sky News Australia, and I love this headline so much. You ready? Harry and Meghan are selfish, arrogant, and narcissistic, and Americans have had enough with the out-of-touch royals. Yes, we have. In Australia, I love you guys. Seriously, we have a lot of people from Australia in the comments. I've gotten to know some of you. You're wonderful. I'm so glad you're here. Honk honk, my Australian friends, my Australian chapter of the Drunk Goose Club. Thank you for being here. But I love this article title so much. The subtitle says the vast majority of Americans have had enough of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, a royal commentator has claimed. Yeah, I would say that is the case.
The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have experienced a quote-unquote spectacular decline in popularity in the United States, and most Americans now view the royal couple as quote-unquote incredibly selfish, arrogant, and narcissistic. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. A royal commentator claims. Now, Gardner told GB News the vast majority of Americans have had enough of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, claiming the Sussexes are out of touch with ordinary Americans and Brits. Yeah, most Americans have had enough of Harry and Meghan, and I would say there are a few Hollywood elites who still cling to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Mr. Gardner told GB News host Dan Wooten. The vast majority of American people view them as incredibly selfish, arrogant, and narcissistic individuals. I do think that they are out of touch with ordinary Americans. We're
ordinary Americans.
That's kind of why we're all here, huh?
Yes. All right, let's talk about this. P.S. found this picture. Can never not eye blink the camera. Look at me. All right, so I love Australia, as I've said. Their news is always awesome. Like, they do a great job of talking about all the same stuff that we talk about with Harry and Meghan, Harold and Fraud. And again, it points out that most Americans have had enough of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and of course point to their being out of touch with ordinary Americans and Brits. Yeah, I would say that's the case. We had enough a long time ago. Most Americans have had enough of Harry and Meghan, and say a few Hollywood elites who still cling to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I would say that ship has sailed. That probably, whatever was left, probably went away with the near catastrophic car chase, would be my guess. P.S. When I was putting this article together, I found this cartoon from The Spectator talking about the narcissism of Harry and Meghan, and it just made me laugh. So, of course, Queen Charles, looks like maybe Camilla toward the back, but look at them. Look at Harry and Meghan. Meghan's sitting on the balcony like this, posed, and probably a death grip on Dum Dum over there, and then Harry looks about right. So the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have experienced a spectacular decline in popularity in the United States. They're also out of touch with ordinary British people. We've seen a spectacular decline and fall over the course of the last 2 years or so, a relentless decline, actually. It comes just after the royal couple were labeled blanking grifters by a top Spotify executive after their U.S. $20 million deal with the streaming giant was axed. Kelly Osbourne, I'm sure you heard about this. I didn't really talk about it on the channel because I know a lot of people were covering it. There wasn't really much else to say. But Kelly Osbourne then launched a scathing attack on the, quote, whining, whinging, complaining, woe is me, Prince Harry described the Duke as a blanking blank. Effing, well, yeah, you can read the screen. During an appearance on I've Had It podcast, Mr. Wooten weighed in on the royal couple's Spotify axing, calling the California-based royals, quote, lazy swindlers.
Isn't the reason Spotify has dumped them is because they are lazy swindlers, he questioned. They were paid $20 million and they delivered 13 episodes of a piss-poor podcast. The Obamas have washed their hands of the Sussexes. Oprah has washed her hands. Isn't the issue here that they are talked about, but they were talked about for all the wrong reasons? They were talked about because they were lazy, they are work shy, they are ridiculous, they are divas. Yeah, I mean, just like that IRS document, what, they work an hour a week? I mean, why would you even put that on there? I mean, maybe it's some legal... Well, even if it was legally required, like, wouldn't you fudge that at least to, I don't know, double digits, 10 hours, and pretend you do something else? It's just ridiculous. And, yeah, I mean, to be paid that much money for that few, just 13 episodes, that's crazy. I mean, they paid Joe Rogan a lot, but he's putting out... honestly, I haven't followed him very closely since he went to Spotify. I assume he's still doing like once a week. I mean, he may be more frequent. I mean, he's kept it up longer than they could. And plus all the other ones. I mean, the sports guy, I mean, he's got to... I'd say that's more work than any of them. He's got to keep up with all the games and scores through all the different leagues and everything going on, all the injuries, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, that's harder work than pretending to care about something for 50 minutes.
While your producers interview them.
Yeah, while your producers interview everybody and like edit you in, like trying to pretend that you care, but then just talking about yourself. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these two continue to be the worst. I love Australia. I love their news. I love their reporting. I think it's so much fun, and I'm glad that they see right through them as well as the rest of us. That's great. We did find some funny comments about this article in the comments section, so let's take a look. First up, hashtag Harry has Stockholm Syndrome. While I do find that funny, and I do think maybe a little bit, I don't give that guy a free pass. He's a grown-ass man. We've talked about this at length. He can make his own decisions. He's made his choices. He didn't stand up for his family. He made every wrong choice along the way. So even if he has it, tough shit.
Wendy says, I think they thought their quote-unquote royalty was an A-list pass to anywhere. But their A-list pass now just gets them where even the D-list can't get them. They want publicity, then not. They are boring. Go away, Markles. Fast, please. So, yeah, I mean, I think even Hollywood is tired of them. They don't want them in. And, you know, we keep going on about the podcast. That's probably a huge factor. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, they did talk to some high-profile people, and if they were kind of rubbed the wrong way by the way the process went, or it's just like, it's like they're not even here. Why did I even show up? I'm just talking to some random producer. And then they're going to edit it in like she's talking to me? It's like, you know, that's crazy. So I'm sure word gets around Hollywood. This is probably well known. I mean, hey, it may have even been a factor why Taylor Swift said no thanks. And it's, you know, they're so entitled about everything. Even like they get to walk right into Hollywood and just get paid tons of money for no reason. It's bullshit. I mean, we are talking about Hollywood. Sometimes that is how it works. But in this case, that's not how that works.
Then this person says, yes, America, you are correct. Well, I, for one, appreciate that comment because we often get made fun of, not us personally, but America for being the last ones to figure it out. And maybe we were. But everybody's figured it out now. Haha, it's fun to watch. Everything's crumbling down. I get a kick. There for a while, I was working on TikToks and stuff. I kind of backed off of that. But I love I love everything coming out about this couple. Couldn't have happened to a better couple, right? All the crap they put the Queen through, I don't feel the least bit bad. But I do love seeing the Australians' take on this as well. I find it very fun and funny, and your news reports are often hilarious. I still go back and watch those because I find myself laughing quite a bit because they really do like to make fun of these two as well. Anyway, guys, that's it for us. Jay, tell everyone where to find you and what inappropriate thing you want them to do in the comments.
Well, you can find me on this channel looking at the comments seeing how many of you show your honkers. And I mean your goose honks.
Yes.
Give us a honk honk in the comments, and we'll give you a thumbs up.
That's right. We'll honk back.
Yeah, we'll honk back. Honk if you're honky.
Oh, nice.
But you can find me also on YouTube as Dr. Bad Vibes, and Twitch and Kick, sometimes streaming. If you want to check out live streams, subscribe on any of those. It'll give you an alert, and you can. I have at least one live stream still archived fairly recently on YouTube. If you want to check that out, give it a watch. And I'll be back on soon.
I always appreciate you guys so much. I really do. I hope you're loving your Drunk Goose Club merch. I'm so excited to get mine. Should be here soon, hopefully. They're very slow to deliver, but fingers crossed. But I appreciate everybody who jumped on and ordered. I really do. I appreciate all of you being here and everything as per usual. I can't wait to read your honks in the comments. Honk honk. Show us those honkers. And check out Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. I hope you guys have the best day. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.